Hey, out here working on the barn, getting ready to get all this hay out and get it relocated into one of the calf pens that we're going to take out of service. So we're working on putting down some pallets where the calves usually go. So we're going to throw down those pallets, and then Mrs. Tilted Barn and I are going to be working on pulling all these hay bales out and putting them down in that little pen right there. So hopefully everything goes all right, and then what we'll end up doing is we'll be putting a gate in to close that area off from the outside so that the feeder calves and stuff can't get in there and pull all the hay out. So hang out and watch, like, subscribe. We appreciate it. All right, so this is from the bottom looking up. So this is what we've got to get. And then it goes down in this corner all the way to the bottom, to the ground. So we got to dig all this up, and you can see the twine string is getting all mangled and everything. So we're going to have quite a few bales that get busted that we're going to end up having to feed out. And then here's some more of what we're doing, just stacking away, kind of relay stacking. So I'm throwing from the top down into this pen, and then jumping down there, and then throwing them over this fence back over into here. So it's taking a little while to get this thing going, but hopefully once we get the top lowered, once we get all this stuff here gone, we can it'll be a little easier to throw it over. But then the problem's going to be this stack's going to be getting high, and we're going to be throwing them up over our head to try and stack them tight. So, well, hopefully we get this done today. All right, slowly picking away at it. I know the video doesn't show it very well, but I got a hole dug here. So this is what it's going to look like from the outside. Or, well, this is what it looks like. This is what the outside looks like from here. And then got all this. And of course our chickens are laying eggs up here, and I got the egg basket there because I found some more way down in the bottom there. So I'm digging out the eggs as we go. So right now we're throwing the bales down into the old pig pen that's not being used, and then stacking them up over there. So I'll try to get some more video when I'm down there, kind of show what it looks like from there too. Just another look from down in the area where we're going to be stacking them. These are just tossed over from the other side until I can throw them down, stack them over here tight, and then this is where we're throwing them over, and then bringing them all from there, and then you can see it goes all the way up there. So we got our work cut out for us. Okay, so this is what we got so far. Zoom out if I can. That's as far as I can go. Or at least got the front door open. See, we got a whole bunch of eggs, but this is what we're looking at. Yeah, it's pretty. We're getting there, picking away at it. So you can see we're starting to pile up in there. So, got a long way to go. Okay, so we got it out of there, unloaded, and this is what it's gonna look like. It's a mess, but we got it all over there, so makes me feel a lot better. Got it on pallets, it's off the ground, it'll stay dry. Now we just have to clean up this mess. Get this all out of here and probably burn it. What do you think?
Burning it?
What do you think in general?
I'm really glad nobody was hurt. I'm really glad that we have a place to put our hay because we worked really hard to get it.
Yes, we did. Here she is.
I'm here. Oh, I'm here.
So this is what we got. We tore out the whole loft all the way up to the trusses. So our tilted barn is a little less tilted now.
Oh, I wouldn't go that far.
But this has been, this barn's been kind of the bane of our existence. We named our farm Tilted Barn because this barn was so hacked up and just pieced together when we bought it. So it was just kind of a way to make fun of ourselves, I guess. So do you want to talk about some of the things that we're thinking of doing?
Yeah, so those of you who are close to us, you've heard us talk a lot about the conundrum that we're in with, we have a lot of investments we've made into equipment. We have a really nice tractor. We have a hay mower that we got this year. We've got a hay rake. Right?
Hey Bob, a tedder rake, kind of hybrid.
Glad I asked. That we invested in this year, but this barn it's probably even smaller than you're picturing. It's hard to grasp just how small it is.
It's just it's not very big, but you know it gets the job done.
So one of the conversations that we've been having for the last 4 years is knowing that we need a new barn, knowing that, you know, as we make these investments in equipment, we need to store it indoors. You don't buy expensive equipment and then just leave it out into the sun, at least not if you're cautious financially the way we are, and just wanting to take good care of our things so that they stay investments. So one of the questions I've constantly asked Eric is, while we're saving our money for a barn, I mean, the kind of barn that we need to really take good care of, not just our investments, but our animals as well. I mean, it's really a $40,000, $50,000, $60,000 barn, and that's not an investment that you can do overnight. And so as we've just been trying to figure out, you know, how do we store this equipment really well, I've been always pushing on, can we use our tilted barn to store some of this equipment? And the fact is, it has seemed like we can't store most of the equipment in here because it is so small. But now that the loft floor has fallen and opened things up in here, we are kind of wondering, can we get some kind of opening cut in here so at least we can get the tractor in here. The tractor is the biggest investment. The tractor is the tool that we use most frequently. And so while we were recovering from our exertions today, we were just kind of dream building here, like what can we cut in here and what kind of door can we put in here to get the tractor in here.
Yeah.
And so that's what we're working on right now. We've got some messages in to some folks.
So what we're doing is what we want to do is take this opening. So there was a floor that ran across here.
Picture it. It was right here.
Yeah. So when Shan does that, you can see that the ceiling down here was really low, and we didn't have enough room to get anything in. Like we couldn't even get the side by side in. The opening was too narrow. The ceiling was too low. But now that this is gone, we can hopefully, we've measured the tractor and it will just barely fit if we pull off the bucket. So as long as the loader's not, or the bucket itself, the loader can stay on, but the bucket can come off, we can put on, hopefully cut this opening up and then put in some bifold doors, so we can back it in and at least get it out of the weather, out of the sun. But this is the opening that we're looking to put in, or to open up.
And for those of you that are cautious financially, and
let's turn so we can get some light.
Sure. Those of you who are cautious financially, both Eric and I are, we're just wrestling with, do you invest a couple $1,000s to get a nice door put in on a barn that's not going to really have longevity for our farm?
It's temporary.
It's definitely temporary. It hurts my heart to invest, a couple thousand, even $1,000 into something that we're really seeking to replace in the next 4 to 5 years. And so we're just wrestling with that, but you can
2 to 3.
appreciate. Hope springs eternal in my mister here. But you can just see what a difficult financial decision that is. And farms across this country are always in that position of just how to make the kinds of improvements to their farm when profits are just most of the time non-existent on farms, and just trying to make sure that they're taking good care of their investments and their animals, and trying to make sure that farming isn't just a really expensive hobby for them. So that's what the mister and I are going to be debating probably into the evening today and probably into this year, but hopefully we'll be able to make some kind of decision soon.
We're thinking of starting a fund just for maybe some bush lights or something for this evening as we discuss this, because this is more than just a two-beer discussion.
That's true. And if Eric wants to take you out to our wood pile from our exertions today, you'll see what's going to feed our bonfire today.
So this is all the crap that we hauled out. I mean, it's a mess.
And I'm still adding to it.
So, and yes, and we're still adding to it. So with that, we are going to keep going. So thanks for hanging out with us. Like and subscribe to the page so you can continue to watch our content. So we'll talk to you later.